Hello, I'm John Fitzgerald, and from the 1st of August I'll be the head of the School of Computing here at Newcastle University. Welcome back. This is the third in a series of vlog entries we've been doing, charting our move from this old 1960s building to the new Urban Sciences building on the Science Central site in Newcastle. The move for us is only about 2 weeks away now. But in the rest of this vlog we'll show you some footage that we shot while showing some friends around the building about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So here we are just walking up to the building, which you can see is a sort of gold, in different lights actually, a gold-green colour actually that reflects quite a lot of the environment because it's covered in glass. And you can just about make out the binary engraving over the building that shows a punched paper tape that actually records in binary the history of the site on which the building's built. And now we're inside and we kick off in what's going to be the cafe space. We're actually showing a group of people around who are going to be running the Great Exhibition of the North in 2018 and will be using the building as part of that. And here we go into the main forum or atrium space, which you can see is looking really great now that the wood cladding is starting to go on across the interior. Now we're building out the labs on the ground floor that you'll be able to see as you come and go through the building, and there you are seeing part of the UK's largest smart grid laboratory and cyber physical systems lab. And from there we've gone into the event space that's going to get used quite a lot outside normal university hours, in fact, for a range of different kinds of events, looking at the city and technology as it improves the quality of urban life. As you look along that rear window, you can see the artwork that was designed by one of our own graduates, Martin Dade Robertson, and reflects, if you like, a self-portrait of the university's website at a given point in time. And then it's straight upstairs to the Open Lab, which is where our large research group in human-computer interaction and human-centered design is based. The glass box that you're looking at there, that's an ambient kitchen. It's an experimental kitchen in which we work on new sensor technology and signal processing technology to improve the way in which digital technology can help people to function successfully at home in spite of disability or age or other impediments. Leaving Open Lab now, we're taking a walk around level 1, and you just get a sense here of the bright colours that have been used on the different floors in the building. In fact, the colours actually calm down as you go further up the building and you get into more quiet, contemplative spaces. I mean, this reflects our principle that there's part of this building that suits you if you want to work with in a sort of social way with lots of other people around you, or if you want to work very quietly in a corner of your own. There's a calmer, greener space actually on the upper floors. As you come out of the main stairwell and lift lobby on level 2, you're straight into the school reception and front of house space here. So you're looking now over the counter to where the school's administration is based. And that counter is the one stop where you'll be able to get assistance with anything that you want to deal with the university about. And in this big area outside of that desk, you've got plenty of nice areas to sit, to have a chat, to discuss anything that you want to with any of the staff there. And this is the 300-seater lecture theatre. In fact, it's much further advanced now than this footage would show. We've got all the furniture in, all the seating as well, and you can see the tiering of the seats and a big teaching wall at the far end that will allow us to project a whole range of different numbers and types of image onto make the most of that space. This is the flat floor teaching space, as we call it, that's just upstairs from the lecture theatre, and it's where most of the undergraduate laboratory classes are going to be held. This is a fairly early set of images, but that space is now filled with special purpose tables that have computing equipment embedded in them. So you can either use it as a regular desk, or you can unfold the computer that's built into the desk to use it for laboratory work. It's a really fantastic sort of high-tech looking space at the moment. And now this is a step out onto the terrace that we have just over the teaching labs. You can take a look along it here and you can just see on the glazing at the side and at the front that punched paper tape pattern that I mentioned earlier that records the site history. And you can see it's all wrapped up still, but you can see the picnic tables and chairs that we've got that will be fixed out on the terrace, and I hope you'll be able to get to use those on the many sunny days that we have in Newcastle. And looking down from there, you can see the wildflower meadow that's been planted over the sloping roof. And just pausing for a moment here on level 4 with the view to the south, you get a sense here that the Urban Sciences building is just the first major building on the Science Central site, at least a part of it that's being developed by the university. And the space you can see in front of you there is going to be taken by one of the next buildings, and that's the National Innovation Centre for Data. Well, now we've come back indoors, still up at level 4 or level 5 now, and looking all the way down to the atrium where we began, to the limestone floor that's being put down there at the bottom. And you can just see the really, I think, very interesting curves and lines, the geometry of the space as you come all the way up here. And now we've come all the way up to level 5 and out onto the roof of the teaching spaces on level 4. And that's a tour from the ground up of the teaching facilities in the Urban Sciences building. As I said earlier, those images were taken a few weeks ago, and things have come on leaps and bounds since then. The furniture's starting to go in and so forth now. If you want to see the latest pictures from inside the Urban Sciences building, then follow us on the Computing School's Twitter feed.